Capitol riots, the hunt to identify and arrest rioters. Now, the thing that we know about the Capitol Hill riots is that a lot of people were taking a lot of opportunities to post pictures of themselves and live stream themselves as they were committing what I'm sure is a crime.
Especially during the one time in human history where wearing a mask would like be socially acceptable,
and they didn't want to wear any masks, and they all got identified. This is what BLM does really well, and Antifa does really well. Not even putting them together. No, they wear fucking masks, and since
criminals
supporters
know what they're doing.
These what?
Criminals know what they're doing.
Yeah, well, these motherfuckers didn't know what they're doing, and now they're all criminals, and they got arrested.
Well, no. So look, what's funny about this is, like I've said before, there's the video of the police saying, "Go on in,"
which is very, very strange. There's also another video of the police like screaming, getting crammed against a door.
That video was.
Yeah,
that gave me anxiety watching.
But that was after
everyone's crammed in. They spray mace all up in the fucking air.
Hey, but that's because look, the police escorted everyone in, said, "Go on in, welcome to the Capitol." And then once the people were all in, the police locked the door, or all grouped up in the hallway behind the entrance, so they couldn't leave. And they were like, "What the fuck's going on?" Like caged animals. They were trying to fight
hilarious.
through them.
Let them in.
Well, no, they were trying to get out. The cops were blocking the hall.
They chose to go in. They don't get to choose when they go out.
Oh, but it wasn't a crime to go in.
That's right. Hold on. Baked Alaska is one of these people that... Baked Alaska. Everyone keeps referring to him. I'm not familiar with his work too much. I've just heard his name a lot.
Yeah, can you tell me who this is? Like I'm supposed to know all these fucking memers?
I think they would call him an alt-right conservative.
They say he's a white nationalist a lot.
Yeah. He's like the new Tim Pool?
Okay, all right. Yeah. Here's an article, because this one's funny. I meant to bring this up. Far-right streamer Baked Alaska storms Capitol Hill while COVID-19 positive. And he's the one that has the famous picture where he's on Nancy Pelosi's phone as like Nick Fuentes is in the background wearing a MAGA hat. And this guy he's just streaming himself. What do you think was going to happen?
Did he get arrested?
Wait.
Yeah, maybe I should find a more recent article.
Can we find the full stream? Because the full stream would show you what he did to get in, and that would tell you if he committed a crime.
I mean, I definitely saw some videos where people were like breaking through barriers, and then I saw the other ones where they weren't.
Like the cops were like opening the barriers.
Yeah, I saw those.
Yeah, which is weird. I don't understand. So weird.
I mean, let's talk about the people who have been arrested, like the famous photo we used in our thumbnail, that guy with his feet up on the desk. I guess he got arrested.
Yeah, let me get back to it. So after the siege on the U.S. Capitol building, the FBI is appealing to the public for help in bringing the assailants to justice. Trump supporters converged on Capitol Hill, blah, 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 blah. So one of the guys... He was the one who had his feet on the desk that we use in the thumbnail you're talking about. This is Richard Barnett, he's 60 years old, blah, blah, blah. One of the individuals who entered has been arrested according to the Justice Department officials. Now, didn't he have a statement that he actually said?
You want me to read it? He said,
he said, "I didn't do nothing. I'm a good boy."
No. When he was being questioned, he said, the quote is, "I sat down here in my desk. I'm a taxpayer. I'm a patriot. That ain't her desk. We loaned her that desk," he reportedly said. "And she ain't appreciating the desk, so I thought I would sit down and appreciate the desk." I don't know. I think that's a pretty valid point.
I think it's actually a pretty badass statement.
The smugness on his face in the picture, I think, proves his innocence.
He's pointing at his cock in the picture.
Yeah, I don't think he did anything wrong. I think it was a good photo op.
Hey, Nancy Pelosi, you want to take a seat? I got a seat for you. As he combs his mustache.
She could be his mother.
Do you know if this guy had a beard?
Huh?
This guy didn't have a beard, did he?
Oh, yeah, no, he did. Yeah, I'm looking at the two side-by-side pictures. So, yeah, all these people did shave their beards. They all cut their hair, dyed it different colors, covered up their tattoos. So this guy thought that he was going to get away with shaving his beard, but it looks like he just had like a really thin, light, white beard. Oh. And in his arrest picture, he's clean shaven. Right. So different
If you put on a mask, you don't have to disguise yourself after the crime.
I know.
Well, you still do. Hey,
how difficult to convince them to put a mask on. You know, Baked Alaska's got the COVID-19. That's got to be another type of crime on its own.
Didn't Jake Paul hide in the White House overnight?
What?
Yeah, I remember something like that.
Yeah, and he hid in the White House bathroom overnight.
That's a good point. So yeah,
I feel like that would be equally trespassing. Yeah, that would be equally as trespassing.
That might have been a fake thing though.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Jake
definitely.
Paul? Jake Paul, White House.
There's no reason to do for real.
I'm not gonna watch the video.
Yeah.
Can you give me 22 minutes so I can watch this video and
yeah, okay. Play it on the video.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna take a short interlude to play entire 22 minutes of Jake Paul. All right, let me see what else is going on. So that was the guy sitting at the desk. Epic photo.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking epic. I hate saying epic, but a lot
the
of
guy
really,
who stole the stand was arrested too, and he also
got
shaved his
arrested
beard.
too. Yeah.
No, he took a stand against the
from
government.
Florida.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I saw on the news that a Des Moines, a Polk County man, so that's like literally where I live, he was arrested for being there too. So I guess he flew down from Iowa, flew back, and then they arrested him.
Did you guys see how many people flew there that day? The whole country was flying to D.C.
Well, the country always flies to D.C.
Well,
D.C. is
only
one of the most
real
popular
patriots.
airports.
No, I mean, like, the planes were full of Trump supporters that day. It was funny.
Oh my
But
God! Talk about a super spreader.
So look, there's a questionable thing about the Capitol and the FBI looking for these people. The Capitol's filled with cameras, like cameras you don't even know are there, and facial recognition technology can recognize anyone within 2 seconds, and the FBI has access to this. So why are they asking for help looking for these people when they can just run? There's literally a program that they just run the picture.
I don't think that. You know how much how good that computer would have to be to be able
No. It's
run
real.
it across 600 million people, or
it's
probably
real.
more than that. I don't know how many people they have in their database. There's
I don't
probably
know.
easier
Well, I'm
ways
telling you,
by
it's what
first
the
off,
police use.
you save time and money by having people identify them for you. And
Yeah, I
listen, if
suppose.
you're this guy who's wearing the Trump beanie, who's like smiling and waving as he's taking the speaker's political stand, everyone knows
His
the picture
name
at
was
this
Via
point.
Getty. Come on.
Oh yeah, that's
Via
right.
Getty.
Everyone, it was on Getty Images, and everyone was getting confused. Like, what kind of fucking name is Via Getty?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's hilarious. So this guy took a stand, but it's like, how difficult
why would you-
is
I
it for
wouldn't
him?
have
Like,
stolen it.
what happened afterwards? I don't know if he actually got away with the stand, but just to have that and say, "Holy shit, should I take a picture and post it on my Instagram, or am I guaranteed to get caught at this point?"
Put on a mask and
he
go
didn't
for it.
care. That dude, that picture is so blatant. He doesn't care.
That picture's
I know,
going to be
he
in
doesn't give a
history
fuck.
books.
Yeah, well,
It really will. No, yeah, that's going to be, like 100, 200 years from now. This picture, the guy with his foot on the desk pointing at his cock, Baked Alaska with COVID on the phone. I think it's a really historical thing that happened, and luckily,
I love
only
how
5
outraged
people
the
died.
left is. Yeah, the left is so outraged. They're like, oh my God.
It's like
Whoa,
9/11
a couple
too.
hours. Yeah, but what was this entire year? What was, the chat, or the zones or chat or whatever where they were killing people?
Yeah,
Nobody
then like
cares.
4
Nobody-
people died in Chaz.
Yeah,
And how
like,
many people
I'm
were
at the point.
actively in support of that? How many athletes, how many politicians, AOC, all these people were in
Yeah.
support of that.
Videos
And-
of people getting stomped, pulled out of
Oh,
their
yeah.
cars. Crazy shit. Attacking innocent civilians, and now the
Sure.
right is mad that an election was literally rigged. No, it wasn't. Never mind. I can't say that. But
figuratively.
yeah,
hypothetically.
figuratively. Yeah. But now they're mad that at the actual government, so they protest the actual politicians, and now there's outrage. But what that tells you is that there are poor people and there are wealthy people, and if you attack the poor people, you're good to go. If you attack the wealthy people, who are our leaders and supposedly elected, even though we now know we don't have real elections in this country, hypothetically, it's like when you protest, like the founding fathers would have never condoned burning down small businesses, and they absolutely would have condoned stopping the certification of a rigged election. Two totally separate things. Are we America, or are we some crazy corporatocracy now? Because that's the decision we have to make.
I think the mistake that the rioters made was not, first of all, don't hang up all the Trump flags. Say, if you want to get everybody's support in what you're doing, say, this is for the $2,000 stimulus check that you guys denied us. Now we're going to kill you for that. I guarantee everybody would be on their side if they just said that's why they did it.
He should have said that podium was reparations.
Yeah. Yeah, like the election fraud shit, that's instantly going to divide half the nation. But if you say we're doing this for the stimulus check,
Hey,
man,
we
I don't
want
know
2,000.
anybody who would be upset.
We're taking no. This is like the pussification of like you know what? No, let me take this back because the left has actually gone way out of their way to actually show their discomfort with the government and to rile against it. But you always see them talking like, you know, they spray painted Nancy Pelosi's house like we're here to take it all. We want the $2,000, I guess. They see this is an actual act where they got right almost 100% to the final boss. Not being Trump, but like the votes themselves, and no one respects
Nancy
him for it.
Pelosi, final boss.
Nancy Pelosi is the final boss. So in this article about the people getting caught, more than a dozen people have now been charged in offenses related to the assault on the Capitol building, said federal law enforcement officials. More arrests are expected in the coming days and hours. This is like maybe a day old.
Mm-hmm. I get that it was a federal building and that's why they're going after these people. Mm-hmm. And you know, BLM was only burning down poor people's businesses and houses and stuff like that, so that's not as bad. But they didn't go after BLM the way that they're going after these people.
Well, it's hard to arrest somebody when they all look the same. I, of course, mean the mask, not any color of the skin. No.
So is this actually Nick Fuentes? So Nick Fuentes, I mean, he's popular. He's like this little smarmy guy. Yeah. Honestly, seems very, very annoying to me. I don't know much about him, but it looks like he was in the building. And there's a graphic on this article saying seeking information, violence at the United States Capitol, and they have a bunch of pictures that they want you to identify. And it looks like one of them is a black man, and one of them kind of looks like a Mexican. But
wait,
one of them
that can't. That proves it. That proves it. Minorities don't support Trump.
Hey, Fuentes sounds like a Mexican name to me.
Yeah, it's Spanish.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that he's clearly has a photo of him, unless this guy just looks like him. And forgive me if I'm wrong.
Oh, it's probably him. We know he's there.
They're trying to like identify him. This is a highly identifiable person. So
he's sitting there like, ooh, shit.
Let me see if he got arrested real quick, because this might just clear this up while we're still on this story. White supremacists among those who stormed the U.S. Capitol. Yeah, because I guess Baked Alaska is white supremacist. Yeah, so known white nationalist Tim Gionette, which is Baked Alaska, goes by the moniker Baked Alaska, and Nick Fuentes, the leader of the so-called Groyper Army, were among the insurrectionists who stormed the U.S. Capitol. Okay, so this article by... Oh, I can't even say this name. Riots.
Yeah, don't even say it then.
Well, I guess that's all I have to say about that, about the FBI searching into him. Essentially, like, it was a really poor idea for everyone to go into this thinking that there weren't going to be any repercussions. And really, there might not be, but I think there's going to be some heavy ones.
I mean, it's clear that if you're a conservative, you get punished. And if you're a Democrat, you're allowed to loot places and do whatever the fuck you want.
Well, yeah, but like
Reactor, Rusty and I have both been investigated by the FBI. What are you going to do when they come knocking on your door for this podcast?
Far right, white supremacist,
I don't think they're gonna...
Reactor.
Yeah, white supremacist, Tim Pool's brother.
Yeah, well, that's what they'll say, yeah. Are you Tim Pool's brother? No.
Not anymore. Not after what he did.
I don't have a brother. All right, well, that clears it up.
Yeah, but
I think they're going to try to make an example of him because, listen, the second that they can say you're far right and white supremacist, and I'm not saying these guys are or not because I don't follow them, the courts do not favor that at all, and they will sentence you to 20 years, 10 years in prison. To make an example, they're going to call them far right terrorists. They're going to give them the same thing as
we're aware of the communist tactics that seem to be prevalent in America right now. But I think a lot of people are getting sick of it, and they're at the point where they don't care. Go ahead, call me a racist. I don't even have a race, and you want to call me a white supremacist? Fine, whatever. I don't care.
Right.
You know, I'm still going to stop you from rigging an election. I'm still going to stop you from attacking innocent people and burning their businesses. You know?
Yeah. Yeah,
I really don't think racism accusations matter anymore because everyone knows they're fake.
Oh no, it doesn't, because I mean they're good for this website for actually showing a picture of a black guy amongst the people being investigated by the FBI. So
Oh, yeah, right. They
but
usually
of course
edit
these are
them out.
race traders, correct? There's
Oh,
no
yeah,
way
that's
that
right.
anyone who's
Well,
is
if you're a
could-
black guy who's a white supremacist, you might be a race traitor.
you ain't black.
So yeah, that's what they're doing. They're saying all these minorities are white supremacists.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, sure.
All right, well I guess that's the end of that.
Just weird endings.